Hey, before we get into today's episode, I want to shine a light on the episode's sponsors. Let me introduce you to a game changer in the world of content creation, Opus Clips. Imagine a powerful app that transforms your longer videos into engaging bite-sized reels that not only capture attention, but also promote your brand, your business, or even you. Most of you have seen the Beyond Business reels of past guests or even me flowing through your feed as you scroll. I love to take credit for the hard work of editing, captioning, and posting to multiple platforms multiple times per week, but Opus Clips does it all for me. With Opus Clips, you don't have to be a video editing whiz to create stunning clips that resonate with your audience. This intuitive app does all the heavy lifting for you, automatically crafting highlights that shine, perfect for social media, marketing campaigns, or simply sharing your creative genius with the world. Are you ready to elevate your content game? Well, head over to the link in the description or scan the QR code right here and unlock the full potential of Opus Clips. Let your creativity flow and watch your engagement soar. Scan the code so it'll stay open in your browser until you finish watching this episode. And when it gets done, start creating captivating reels today. Your brand deserves to shine, and Opus Clips is here to help do just that. Transform your backyard into a paradise with Family Home and Patio, proudly featuring American-made products for unmatched quality and durability. Whether it's a sleek in-ground retreat or an easy above-ground solution, their installation pros bring your vision of the dream pool to life. Their showroom in Decatur, Illinois, not only has premium brand hot tubs with expert installation and top-tier service to keep yours bubbling year-round, but they also carry chemicals, filters, and accessories, and everything you need to keep your water crystal clear and your pool party ready. Their expert pool and hot tub technicians provide professional maintenance and repair to keep your backyard oasis in peak condition year-round. Family Home and Patio is family-owned, family-operated, and family-focused. That's why they treat you like one of their own. Your backyard deserves the best, and they have it, crafted right here in the USA. Family Home and Patio, where relaxation meets home. Give them a call at 217-877-2808. Visit them online at familyhomeandpatio.com or stop in their showroom and have a discussion about how they can make your dream a reality. If you're looking for delicious, healthy meals delivered right to your door, Factor has got you covered. A lot of us who have unhealthy eating habits is simply because we're trying to accomplish everything we can during one day without much time for meal prep. Factor specializes in customizable, affordable meal plans to fit your lifestyle, whether you're trying to eat healthier or simply don't have time to spend in the kitchen. With a wide variety of chef-prepared meals, you can enjoy nutritious options that save you time and keep you fueled throughout your busy day. You get walk through the meal plans where you can specify what you do and don't like, what you're looking for. They accommodate gluten-free, high-protein, low-carb, low-calorie, or you can just do chef's choice if you're not a picky eater and want to be surprised. Quality meals professionally made, packaged, and delivered. If you're thinking there's no way a pre-made refrigerated dinner could taste good, you're in for a surprise with Factor. The quality and portions are exactly what you need, and when you try this, there will be no turning back. Here's the best part. For our listeners, you can get an incredible deal. Use code BB50 at checkout, and you'll receive 50% off your first order plus 20% off all future orders. It's the perfect way to make healthy eating easy and convenient. So head over to Factor75.com and start your journey to healthier meals today. Don't forget to use that code BB50 to unlock your discount. If you're looking for top-notch drone services, look no further. Aerial Elite Solutions specializes in providing high-quality aerial imagery and data for a variety of industries, including real estate, construction, agriculture, telecom, and more. Whether you need stunning photos to showcase a property, detailed site surveys for your construction projects, or captivating footage of your event, Aerial Elite Solutions has the expertise and cutting-edge technology to deliver exceptional results. Their team of skilled professionals is dedicated to capturing breathtaking visuals that elevate your projects and help you see things from a whole new perspective. With Aerial Elite Solutions, you're not just getting a service, you're getting a partner committed to bringing your vision to life. So if you're ready to take your business to new heights, literally, reach out to Aerial Elite Solutions today. You can visit them online at flyaes.com, aerialelitesolutions.com, or give them a call at 217-330-7226 to learn how they can help transform your projects with their drone services. As we all know, storm season can bring unpredictable weather, and protecting your home, family, or business is more important than ever. That's where Midwest Lightning Rods is here to help. With nearly 100 years of experience in the lightning protection system design and installation industry, they are the trusted experts keeping your property safe from the dangers of lightning strikes. Midwest Lightning Rod specializes in creating customized solutions tailored to your specific needs, ensuring your home is a safe haven during the storms. Their dedicated team understands the importance of safety and offers free estimates to help you decide the best protection for your property. Don't leave safety to chance. Reach out to Midwest Lightning Rods today and give yourself the peace of mind at knowing you're well protected. Visit lightningstrikes-weprotect.com or give them a call at 217-872-4676 to learn more about how you can become part of the community that's been protected by Midwest Lightning Rods. Big thank you to the sponsors for supporting the podcast, helping us bring this great content. And now, here's what you've been waiting for. Let's get it.
Welcome to Beyond Business, where stories come alive. With guests from every corner, we're ready to dive. New episode every 5 days, new voices to share. Laughs and insights, we're all in this affair. Beyond Business, come take a seat. Join the conversation, it's a journey that's sweet. Life lessons learned and laughter from the heart. With every episode, we're making a start.
Thank you for joining me on another episode of Beyond Business. Joining me today is, I think he's the owner, or at least one of the founders, or I don't really know how this works, but I've played again sports and someone that I've known through being there for quite a while, and I got him to come in and sit down with me. Welcome, Randy Jefson.
Thank you.
Good to have you, bud.
Yeah.
How old are you?
55. I'll be 55 in November.
You grew up around here?
Yes.
Where?
Sure did. Mount Zion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Play sports in high school?
I did. Yeah. I tried a few, tried football when I was in freshman, sophomore. Everybody got bigger and I didn't.
Okay.
So, but I was a wrestler through starting in 5th grade. That was my sport.
You wrestled?
Yeah. Because the person I went up against typically was just about my size.
Oh, yeah.
And
weight classes.
That worked for me.
Yeah.
So, I did that. Then my senior year, I my football coach called me in and told me he didn't have a place for me because I was a wrestler and I'd like to cut weight at the end of football season.
Oh,
so
so you get smaller as the season.
Yeah, right. Which is kind of counter to what a football player is supposed to do.
You're like, I was just staying in shape on the football field.
Yeah, yeah. So he said you can come out, but you won't play. And I was like, that didn't sound fun.
Nope.
So I tried soccer.
Okay.
Because my wrestling coach came to me and he said, "So what are you going to do? Cross country or soccer?"
You're going to do something.
You're going to do something.
Right.
So I tried soccer and I had a blast. I wished I would have done that.
Yeah.
The whole time. But
so I grew up playing football. Or no, I didn't grow up playing football. I didn't play baseball, and then I went to Macon, moved and started going there my freshman year, and it was one of those, show up to check the school out. It was during the summer, and they're small schools, so there was not an option. It was like, hey, we got a football player. Yeah, that's awesome. And I'm like, I don't play, I don't, I'm down with it. But so, yeah, I played then. So, and we consolidated with Blue Mound to make Meridian. So my last 2 years of high school was the first soccer in school interaction that existed.
Yeah.
And it was honestly kind of you're on one side or the other deal.
Yeah.
Other than the kicker.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
So
Yep.
fast forward, my son is 15 now, and he has played literally 10 seasons of soccer.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I wasn't even crazy about it at first, but dude, it's a very cool. I don't know how much you follow it as an adult.
Not much.
Okay.
No.
Well, I don't know. I can't say I follow it, but the times that I will have a reason or get encouraged to watch a game, oh, there's no shortage of.
It's intense.
Dude, they get it. Yeah.
Yep.
And I remember whenever I want to say somebody along the lines, maybe there was some jaw jacking in school between one of the soccer players and one of the football players, and our football coach kind of got wind of it. So him and the soccer coach spoke, and we got loaded up and went to soccer practice for the day.
Really?
And it was like, oh, we don't run at all compared, and I think that was it. It was like, all right.
Yeah.
We had to put our pads on and basically work out with the soccer team just conditioning. And it was kind of like hey, coach, I didn't do anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's on the running backs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Us fat guys.
Yeah.
No, that's interesting. So when you got out of high school, did you go to college?
I did.
Where'd you go?
Yeah. I went to a non-existent college now. I went to ITT Technical Institute. I wasn't much of a student.
Okay.
So I knew I needed to do something, but I didn't like school a lot.
ITT Technical, that's not a thing anymore?
No, they're gone.
I recall in my brain, it's a thing.
Yeah.
Where was it?
It was in Indianapolis, north side of Indianapolis.
And it was like as close as we could get to, I guess now they have trade schools. That was as close
Yeah, like DeVry, I think, is still in existence. So it'd be one of those.
And what'd you study there? Or
electronics with emphasis in automated manufacturing.
Okay.
So I was planning on working on the robots that were going to take over our jobs. Yeah.
that you're still on to something, just so you know. You were ahead of your time.
I guess.
We're right there.
Yeah.
But so how'd that go? I mean, was it?
It didn't, obviously.
No, I mean, did you finish? I mean,
I did. Yeah, I have a bachelor's degree. So I finished school, got a job, and started out as like a bench tech.
Where?
Just at,
somewhere around here?
No, it was in Indianapolis.
Yeah.
Man, that name escapes me right now.
Sure.
But they made monitoring systems for gas tanks, so they could tell what the level of the gas was.
Okay.
And it was pretty bad.
Job was?
Yeah, just sitting there testing circuit boards.
Literally.
That's kind of where you started. Yeah, and it was like,
this isn't what I thought I signed up.
This isn't quite what I wanted. But
so you didn't necessarily want to go to college, but did ITT Tech, was it less expensive than?
Much less expensive, and I got a bachelor's degree in 3 years instead of in 4.
Okay.
So it was year round, but they would let me. How'd that work? It was like
you went
6 weeks on and 2 weeks off or something like that. So just about the time you were like, I'm fed up, you get 2 weeks off.
So whatever program or whatever you were in, it was specific for,
yes. So you'd go upstairs and you'd have the book stuff, and then you'd go downstairs to a lab and you'd
all hands on.
Yeah.
That actually would be pretty legit as far as college. I mean,
if you have to do school, that's the way I would do it.
Yeah. Little did you know, just like everyone else that goes to college, that's not really what happens when you get out of college.
Right. Which is what I teach young people these days is like,
man,
seniors in high school, you are making an important decision, but it's not like life altering.
Right.
Because it might not
alter your life.
Yeah. It might not be the direction you end up going, but you need to decide something.
Yeah, same. I was actually going to ask you what your take on college was, and that I agree too. It's like, well, you have to be ready to work. Yeah. If you're not ready to go to college, or if you're going to college, what's planned? So you're even in kind of the same boat. I'm a little bit younger than you, but like you said, I had to do something
Mm-hmm.
because it was like junior, senior year. Hell, we even got to like, I think if your folks were down with it, you could, your senior year, you got like 2, or maybe your junior, you got like 2 or 3 days. You could go visit colleges,
college visits, sure.
you know,
Yeah.
and like, and it was going rather than now where we go, hey, I get it. You want to go to college, but what do you want to do? Because we need to establish that before you start. Well, when we were younger, it was like within a couple years and $40,000. Don't listen to the second part. We'll help you they'll help you in college figure out what you want to do. And it's like,
that was the idea. But it just didn't.
No, that was a freaking scam, dude.
Yeah, it still is.
Student.
Never mind.
No, agreed. But now I think we're getting to the point where you can sit there and go, wait a minute.
Yeah.
You actually had people telling us this lie.
Yeah.
Us personally.
Yeah.
Like you knew that college wasn't for everyone.
Right.
You know?
Right. Definitely. Yeah.
And they would go, it doesn't matter your credit. We know your parents' financial position because it's the same financial position as everyone else.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we're going to help you.
Right.
You don't have to pay for anything for 5-6 years and you're 18. That's forever.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Then you get out of college with a degree and you work at Verizon and then they hit you with that bill. And you're
here
like,
it comes. Right.
What
the
yeah.
So that was the other good thing about ITT is it was only, it wasn't like you were committed to a full day at the school. So I worked at UPS and I actually worked my way through college. So at the end of it, I didn't have.
Oh, you had a job.
Yeah. I worked at UPS at night.
So you had a full schedule.
Oh yeah. But I was able to do it because it wasn't like this whole college experience thing
Okay. So when this job with the where you were a board tester, when that was I don't know, I guess you figured out it sucked pretty quick, but how long after that did you say, "Oh, I'm not doing this"?
Oh.
I mean, did you suck it up for a bit?
Yeah, I sucked it up for a bit until the company was purchased. Tokheim, that was the name of the company.
Okay.
It just came to me. The company was purchased by a much larger a company that made like all the like the pumps and the whole thing. They purchased our technology and said, we don't really need any of your people.
You're like, I'm okay with that.
Yeah. And I was like, okay.
I'll figure this out.
But it was a tough time because I had just purchased my first real car,
Well, and you weren't planning on leaving the company. It just sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of like my dad telling me, you got to do what you got to do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Go to work.
Yeah. So,
especially now if you have a car note.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So what do you do? Do you stick around Indy or do you get another job over there?
I stuck around Indy for a while.
What'd you do after that? Anything degree related?
No. I was kind of odd jobs. I worked in a cabinet shop for a while. One of the guys I went to college with, because we all stayed friends in the area. So one of the guys his dad had a cabinet shop and he's like, we can put you in for a while. So
is there at least the part of you that thinks, I mean, at least I have this degree, so I'll be able to go get a job? Or were you like this? I know that this to me by now. I know that degrees are only as good as your connection.
No, I still felt like there was somewhere out there. There was probably still some electronics, something somewhere.
Is that you? I mean, are you currently still? Are you a techie, electronic-y? Like build? Do you build?
No.
No.
But I do still. The one thing I do still use is like troubleshooting. Troubleshooting is a big thing of any kind of electronics. So I still use that to this day. Like start with what you've got and keep working back until you find out when it quits. And
right.
So it's just troubleshooting 101, and I use that all the time.
You can do that with a lot more electronics.
Yeah. When the vacuum cleaner quits working, So if you know how to do that systematically, you can kind of take stuff apart. And
so do you look at that whole? So have you used your degree since your circuit board? I won't say used it. You just told me you still use some stuff from it. But I mean, did you need to present your degree for anything else after that first job?
No. I didn't have to present it for the first job.
You just knew you had it.
Yeah,
You're like, I did present it, but I didn't have to.
Yeah, right. They're like, so you know what you're doing? Yeah, I know what I'm doing, and that was it. It was an interview thing, but it wasn't like you had to show them.
Yeah,
a piece
here's
of paper.
my thing. Yeah. Your scroll.
Right.
Here's the
right. Here's my $40,000 piece of paper.
Yeah. So is that one of them deals you look at as you got older, maybe even now, and went, man, I just pissed away 5 years working and going to school? Or is it like, no, it was valuable stuff that happened along that time?
Well, there was a lot of other things going on in my life too. This is where my life gets a little more interesting than some, because I was a Christian. I was born and raised in the church.
Okay.
But I would say that I was my parents, I was just on their shirt tails, you know?
Right.
I didn't have a relationship of my own.
Right. You just, that was what normal was.
My parents took me to church.
Yeah.
That was it. When I got out on my own, I experienced life a little more. Right. And I got into a few things that I just had this internal struggle with. I knew I wasn't doing the right thing.
Right.
But I couldn't get out because my friends all did it too.
What was it? Drugs, chicks?
A little bit of that, a lot of that.
Just like college life.
Yeah. You know, anybody that tells you sin's not fun for a season is just flat lying to you.
Right. Right.
It was a good time.
What was almost the expectation for someone who's halfway sheltered? You go, I'm kind of an adult now.
Yeah, I mean, some people call it sowing your wild oats or whatever, whatever that stuff. Right. I tried that and found out that it wasn't all it was cracked up to be. I wasn't satisfied with it. It just left you empty and left you with more hurt than what you started with.
You felt that then?
Yeah. But I didn't know at that point. I didn't really know why.
Right.
I was like, you try more, or you try something different,
sure,
or
you
whatever.
Just bury it down and keep pushing.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So did any of it, the extracurriculars that you ran into, sowing your oats, did it get in the way of what you were doing? Did you go?
Oh yeah. I lost a job here or there, and
Did your folks know what was happening, or were they just like, no, you're going and you're being a good adult man? And
that's a good question. I have to think they knew something was up. But they didn't interfere. They realized it was part of my life,
part of the deal.
Yeah.
You get smacked around sometimes.
Life will do that to you.
Yeah. I mean, really? I mean, even as a dad, sometimes you got to go, okay, I can only protect you so much. And then you're going to cry here in a little while.
Yeah. Right. And then I'm going to right after you.
Right. Oh, for sure.
That's because I'm going to be watching.
Yeah. But so, well, you said, was it a change in, like, did this become the new you temporarily?
Yes.
Okay.
This is me apart from Christ.
Okay.
This is who this is.
And first, when you moved away initially, did you find a church home up there?
No.
Oh, from the jump, you didn't.
I went a couple times, but after a few times of showing up with a hangover, I'm like, what am I doing?
Okay. Right.
What am I doing? So I just kind of
push that. I'll come back to you later if I need you.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
If
I will.
Yeah.
I don't know it yet, but I will need you.
Boy,
so, what was the eye opener that made you come get your shit back together?
Well, I would say losing the big job. You know, it was a decent job. I was able to get an apartment, a nice car. And then it was all gone. And I was like, And I found myself struggling again, paycheck to paycheck, just trying to make it, and realizing that I was not only just spinning my wheels, but I was headed backwards. Right. You start owing people money and,
Right.
I had family that backed me up and helped me out with a lot of things that so they actually, without them knowing it, they perpetuated my problem a little bit.
Right. You got to kick a little longer.
Yeah, because they helped me out.
Yeah.
It felt bad for me. So yeah, losing the job and then realizing that me on my own I wasn't making real good decisions.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? Do you feel like you just went from having so much guidance because you grew up in a tight home to literally having none, that you're like, I just kind of suck at making my own calls?
Yeah. All those.
I got a buddy. If you do it, I'm down.
Yeah. All those religious props that were under me got kicked out.
Yeah.
And guys are like, what do you mean? You know, because in high school it was always, my parents won't let me do that. My parents won't let me do that. When you get in college and there's no parents and like, well, and like you said, I'm down.
Let's go, sissy.
I'll give it a try.
All right, well, let's go then.
Yeah. So when I talk to teens, I say I've met me apart from Christ, and I did not like that guy.
Right.
I would lie, steal. It was pretty bad. It was
just became a different person.
Yeah. Or maybe I'm the person I am apart from Christ. Maybe not a different person.
Maybe that's you.
Yeah. That's
just you.
Yeah.
Regular old you.
Yeah.
Solo. That's you.
Yeah. That's what I figured out. And I didn't like me.
Yeah.
So you got two choices, right? You're either into you or you find a way to fix you.
But that's huge, because at this time you're still in your early 20s.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you're still.
Yeah. Yeah, because I was young in school. So my parents actually had to sign for my first apartment because I wasn't even 18 yet.
Okay. Yeah. So you're 20s at best.
Yeah.
And do you recall actually having those thoughts to yourself or conversations?
Absolutely, I do. I could tell you.
Really?
It was in my room, lying flat on my bed, and I said, and I just cried out. I said, God, I can't do this anymore.
Not like the room spinning type of conversation.
Nope, just desperate. Just desperation. Something.
I'm lost.
Yeah. I'm lost and I can't find my way.
And at this point, it isn't like, no matter how awesome your parents are, you can't call and go, hey, so I apparently suck at life without you guys, so I guess I'm going to come home.
Yeah. And that's what I did.
Literally to your house.
That's what I did. I was
and you guys need to teach me a few more things.
23.
Oh, did you?
23. Yeah, I moved back in with my parents.
Well, how long after that conversation with God that you had on your bed did you make any kind of major move that made you know at least you were serious?
It was within a year.
Okay.
From that I was just like, I'm out. Because I tried all these other little jobs too, and it was, hustling for work and
So just nothing, socials, friends, job, choices, everything just was not going your way.
Yeah. Or some people would say, man, you were having a ball.
Right.
What's the big deal?
But you knew you weren't.
Right.
Well, I mean, that's powerful to think.
Yeah.
I mean, to at least know. I mean, at least I remember my bad choices. I kind of now look and go, what?
Yeah.
What were you,
Yeah.
What?
Oh, yeah.
So you moved back home, and was that like, again, got put in a bad spot? I can't find a job, I'm going home? Or you were working towards the plan, had talked to your folks and said, hey, here's what's going on. Did you ever tell them what was going on? Like, did you kind of ever say, hey, I'm coming back home because what was your lie to move back home?
I was waiting for it. Yeah.
So
I think it was just like a fresh start kind of thing. Like,
right.
I've been there, I've done that.
Like, did you have a job lined up you thought when you came home, or your dad said, I know someone at ADM or something like that?
Nothing. I just came home and tried to figure it out.
Yeah.
Did
it take you long to figure it out?
Nope.
Found your peace again pretty quick?
Well, no. It wasn't that easy, no. But things, and this is me looking in hindsight. Things started to happen so I got a job at Byerly Music,
Okay.
which was in the area at the time.
I know. Yeah.
Just delivering pianos,
All right.
organs, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Delivery guy.
Yeah. Yeah. So I show up and they're like, yeah, you can ride on in the truck. So I'm riding with these other dudes that, one guy's got a tattoo on the back of his leg that says white power.
Oh yeah. You're like, okay, you guys are got to be back at 4, huh?
Okay. Wow. I knew that wasn't me. Right. So I'm riding with them. I get to work. I don't know. I was there maybe.
Did he ever like tried to be like, hey, brother?
No.
Oh, no. You were just like, hopefully we don't have to have that conversation.
Yeah. I did at one point. We delivered a really nice piano to a black, I think he was a lawyer.
Uh-huh.
When we're taking it in, I'm like, dude, can you at least pull your sock up?
And he looked like, I forgot I had that.
Yeah. That was kind of
Prison was a mofo, bro. I forgot that was there.
Yeah. So it was, I don't know, a couple weeks to a month, and I show up to work and they don't.
Oh.
And the truck is missing. And
it was.
The guy that's owning Byerly Music, he's like,
Feel like they took that.
Yeah, they should have at least told me, so as it turned out, they took the truck on the weekends and did odd jobs and used his truck to do all.
Oh, so they didn't steal a bunch of pianos and take off.
They were just using the truck and didn't show up to work Monday morning.
Yeah, if you're gonna borrow the truck without permission.
He opens up his lap drawer, pulls out another set of keys, and slides it across the desk at me and says, "You're my new head delivery driver." And I'd been there like a week. I'm like,
sure.
I'm like, all right, let's go.
Perfect.
So I started doing that. And I was introduced to a guy who installed organs, like church organs and things. So we're sitting on a dock down in St. Louis, and the other two guys get up to go have a smoke break, and he's sitting there beside me, and he goes, I don't mean to pry into your life, but you're not like those guys. There's something different about you. What is it? So I'm like, I told him everything that I just told you. I just spit it out. And he's like, well, man, you got an electronics degree? I could use you to install church organs. That would be awesome. If something didn't hook up right, you could probably fix it, right? I'm like, yeah. He goes, well, what if?
This is on a delivery down there.
Yeah, we're sitting on, loading up.
Okay.
And this is the guy that installs church organs in the Midwest, right?
He's the guy.
Yeah. And he's like, well, what if we're taking this church organ into the church and we scratch it on something? What can you do for me? And I'm like, well, I spent about the last 6 months as a final sander in a cabinet shop. So I could probably fix it. And he just looked at me like, you're kidding me, right? And I'm like, no. And it just kind of all, you could see all these pieces going.
Wow.
Where I thought I was just floundering.
You had been sanding the floor the whole time.
Yeah. And God, for me, it's providence. It's God just going, you see what I was doing? Can you see it now?
That's
crazy. Yeah. And I it was then that I had already met my now wife. So I went over to supper at their house.
So the dude offers you a job. I mean, this is a legit job offer.
This was it. Yeah. He's like,
and you're sitting there going,
you and me, man, all Midwest. We'll put church organs in. It'll be fantastic. And I'm like, oh, so I'm pumped, right?
Yeah.
I'm like all these screw ups that I've been doing are all fitting in place. So I go and I have dinner with my in-laws, and I tell them all about it. And I'm like, can you believe that? And my father-in-law at that time, it was 2 years into Play It Again Sports.
Okay.
He opened Play It Again in 1990, actually for his son.
Okay.
Because his son was a lot like I was. And he's like, I got to find something for him to do.
That's your father-in-law.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And he opened up Play It Again and with the idea that his son would take it over.
Right.
So I'm sitting there and I'm sharing over supper, and he goes, well, let me muddy the waters for you. And he said, I need a manager at the store. So all of a sudden, all this floundering and all this stuff, and I got these 2 offers.
Right now.
Yeah,
It's
right
time.
now.
This dude's ready to
you
set
decide.
some organs up.
You decide. So I went home and I talked to my wife about it, and we prayed about it, and I decided to choose play it again, and haven't looked back.
So you were like that close to using that degree.
Yeah. And my sanding job. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. How insane, though.
I was pretty good at the sanding job. I had this Vietnamese guy who called me the #1 sandy man.
You could do it.
Oh yeah, he would say, "With you,
Finish sanding is
with other guys, I have to bring back. With you, I no bring back."
perfect. Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, okay,
So
cool."
he had, your father-in-law already had the intentions at this dinner tonight of probably bringing this up, or
I don't
soon.
know. I
But
never
when you
asked him
brought
that.
it, when you brought it
Yeah.
up, it was like,
I think that was it.
okay, we're not going to wait till Sunday.
Right. Yeah, that's probably the way more it went.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay.
Yeah.
So the store at that time was, you said it opened in what year?
90.
Yep.
1990.
Fairview Plaza.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh, I remember.
Oh yeah.
I got my first set of catcher's gear there.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. But yeah, so you guys have grown substantially.
A little bit. Yeah.
Or-
yeah, a little bit.
Is that a franchise?
It is a franchise. Yeah, it was.
Because I thought it was only you guys, and
No.
then I seen some
Yeah.
maybe throughout traveling, and it
Yep.
was like,
Yeah. There's close to 400 throughout the country now.
okay.
Yeah.
So this was something, what, your father-in-law, it was specifically started to have something for his son to take over as a business.
That's his story. Yeah. It was specifically started. He read an ad in the paper.
It was like,
And he
that's a
thought,
good idea.
That sounds good. And at the time, he and his brother owned Moequa Packing Plant.
The meat place? Yeah.
Yeah. Cows in the front door, hamburgers out the back. Yeah.
Yeah,
Other way
exactly.
around, I guess.
However, yeah.
Yeah. And that was hard work. So he realized that he didn't want to do that the rest of his life either. So it was kind of twofold.
Right.
And get him out of that and have something for his son. Yeah.
Yeah. And he still works there.
Yeah. My father-in-law?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying, I'm talking about the same person, I think.
Every day.
Yeah.
Every day. Yeah.
Yeah, for
Yep.
sure. And is that, you got kids there too?
I do.
Is it
Yeah.
all family?
No.
No. Okay.
I have 4 kids. 2 of my kids work there. My son, Nathan, the guy with the big, tall guy with the beard.
Yep.
He's the manager. He's over all the uniform business. That's all his.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you guys make uniforms for a lot of teams around here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys do a lot. That is so what did the Oregon guy think? Or was he like, it was pretty new, the offer was pretty new, so when you told him like, hey,
He was disappointed.
yeah. He's like, you're gonna go string gloves?
Yeah.
Freaking kidding me, bro? And you're like, no, I'm pretty excited.
Yeah. He didn't have anything to do with the business side of it. He was friends with the guy that owned Byerly Music at the
Right.
time. And the guy from there wanted to set me up as an independent contractor.
Right.
And, I would be responsible for myself,
Right.
basically. And
Right.
I'd already figured out how good I was at that.
You're like, I am the one
like,
person who needs a boss.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not, but it's funny.
Yeah.
So,
And as it turns out, God's a pretty good boss.
yeah, right. But so I
Yeah.
guess that's where I go. There had to be something in you where you're going, obviously your wife doesn't want you to not take the job her dad is offering you. When you're going, God kind of has paved the way for this other opportunity here.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when you go, hey, we'll pray on it and see
Yep.
how we feel about it.
Yep.
And
she said, I'm with you either way. Although in later years, she said, I'm glad you didn't pick that over. Because she had visions of me like bringing home spare stuff and like our garage being full of organ parts. She's just like, I'm
These are for the organs I'm going to build.
yeah.
You're like, I'm not saying that wouldn't have happened.
Who knows? Yeah.
Well, no, that's still, I mean, that's a cool story. So when your father-in-law opened up that store, were you and your wife together then?
I think we were probably dating at that point, yeah.
It was at least, what did you think? Yeah, what did you think? Were you like, great idea?
With his...
Yeah.
I hadn't really gotten... I didn't know much about what he was doing at that point because so much was going on with me. And
you're like, this ended up being yet another job that you've never had experience in necessarily, but you're like, I can figure out.
Which for me is actually relief. So when people, come in and they're like, wow, this whole store is all yours. And I'm like, no, it's not me. It's not mine. I don't have a business degree.
Right.
This is the grace of God.
Yeah.
That's what this is.
Right.
This
what size cleats you looking for?
Yeah.
I did put all the 9s over here.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So it's in one sense, it's almost easy because I don't have the pressure.
Is it yours now?
Yes.
Has it been?
My wife and I, yeah.
I mean, it's been that since you took the job?
2018. Yeah. No, 2018, I actually took over ownership.
All right.
And then COVID happened. So that was cool.
Oh, that was a nice first.
I don't ever want to go through that again. That was pretty rough. It felt like I've never been in a situation where every decision felt like it had this big moral weight to it.
Right.
Like I didn't want to kill grandma.
What side are you on?
I just wanted to sell size 9 cleats.
So, if you're figuring out a way to let the kids play, that kind of makes us essential. Right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Right. Well, what I brought my kids bikes from home because in Decatur, if you sold bicycles, that was transportation, you were deemed essential. So I just brought my kids bikes from home and I'm like, I sell bikes. That's why I opened back up again.
It is ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so let's go there for a second. Yeah.
Okay.
What looking back at that whole situation called COVID?
Yeah.
What do you think that was? What's your take on what that was all about? Was it a illness that was killing people? Was it malaria of 2020?
Obviously, there was an illness that was killing people because people were dying, right?
Sure.
There was an illness for sure.
Yeah.
So
are we even sure that people were dying from COVID?
Well, they were dying from something and they called it COVID. I don't like to get into the I'm not a big conspiracy theorist.
Oh gosh, I am. I'm like, you could trick me into anything you want me to believe right now. You just tell me you heard it.
Yeah, so I'm not into that. But I did at the time. I felt like this doesn't seem right. This doesn't. The way they're handling it, let's quarantine all the well people, and I just was like, what?
Right. Yeah. Wait, so the people who are going, I feel like I'm okay, they're like, sorry.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
Right. Because we say so.
We say so.
And listen to the science.
Breathe this dirty air in. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it just got to be ridiculous. Yeah.
So I think that's what, I wasn't a conspiracy theorist then, but I think that up until now, it's made me dive down some rabbit holes because I'm going,
you're not alone.
I seen Fauci lie to me. I watched. I was paying attention. Yeah. And then it's like, wait. No, I heard him.
Because that's what they told you to do, right? Listen to him. And then you're like, I am. Yeah. And it's not making
sense. He changed his mind.
Yeah.
Oh, that was insane. Again,
I hope we never have to go back there because that, do I open? Do I not open? I don't want to kill grandma, but,
right.
That was
what put a lot of people in bad spots. I'm going, what side are you going to be on? You going to just shut down? It's like, well, if he at the end of the day, I'm going to get hit with $100,000 fine for making $800, then I'm going to close.
Yeah. Right.
But it ended up. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, yeah, and then when you so I didn't have the light turned on. I was just in there like doing stuff, and I'd have like police officers come up and knock on the door, and I'm like, we're not really open. He's like, look, my kid just needs soccer shoes, and I'm like, Oh, come on in.
Oh, right. Yeah,
so
you're
it's
like,
just this weird.
is this
who's on whose?
Yeah,
who's on whose
yeah.
side kind of thing? Because you got all this stuff that the police are going to come and shut you down, and no, they're buying.
Yeah, the cops are like, please, can you tell them to open the Red Lobster?
Yeah, right.
No,
Yeah.
because people, it was just, it was crazy, dude.
Not
When
fun.
I had went on vacation, like right when they let you take off on a plane again.
Okay.
Like whenever that was, it was already scheduled, and it just was like one of them. Well, they said if flights get canceled, it's full refunds. Kind of was part of the deal, and it was like, no, we were good. Which was like flying out of Chicago. It was like an empty air. It was really cool. Actually, it was amazing.
I can have any seat I want.
Yeah, but so we did. We had to like present COVID tests. Had to do our nose things at Walgreens, and then okay, we get there. We're like one of 3 guests at a place that holds 2,400.
Oh wow.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
Dude. Empty beach.
Yeah.
I mean, we were taking excursions for like a legit $20. They're usually 300. Like, we didn't pay for gas. It was just like, come on, man. Like, it was like, now we're talking about, let's go. Yeah.
That's cool.
But so we go to come back, and
there's a movie that they're on a spaceship and just a couple people wake up, that kind of a thing.
Right.
It's just like, we're the only ones here.
Hey, might as well do this. Right. Yeah. It would be too. Like, it's the whole week. Hey, it's us again. Yeah. You want to go see the dolphins again? It's like, I'm good, actually. What else you got? What else you got?
Yeah.
By the end of the week, it's like everybody around has my hat, my glasses, my T-shirt. I give them shit. Here, check me. Yeah.
That's cool.
But so we go to come back, and they same idea, except for they make you come into, they have like maybe a couple rooms that are closed, and they have people in scrubs, and they swap you.
Okay.
So you have to test clean before you leave, whatever. It's like, okay, cool. Well, I'm in there. I'm talkative, and I was in there chatting it up with the people that were about to jab this thing up to my brain. And I'm like, I don't think she was supposed to say it, but she was like, she was a housekeeper.
Okay.
And like, she's like, they just had me put this outfit on. I don't really know either.
That sounds right.
And I'm like, oh man, well, I've at least done it.
Yeah.
Can I show you on me? You can do her. But I don't know how far they told you to go, but it was like, holy shit. They're like, hey, we got to administer these tests. You take off the apron. Here's some scrubs. You're a nurse.
Yeah.
Come on. Like, wait, what?
The whole thing was like Disneyland, right? You're like looking behind going, this is all fake.
This is for real? Yeah. Yeah. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Right. That's not a real mountain.
Yeah, it is. It was crazy. Yeah. I'm telling you.
Yeah. That was rough.
Yeah. But look, we fly back in to O'Hare, and, it's usually a madhouse. We go to get our bags, and how the thing that turns and brings back. We get to that point, our bags are sitting there with our boom, boom. There's no people around. Nobody. It was like, yeah. I don't know if COVID is over, because it was like, well, I guess there would be worse. It would have been expensive to be quarantined there, but right. Them cheap excursions wouldn't have lasted. They would have eventually known I can't leave.
Eventually,
But that was definitely different.
Yeah.
So, do you keep up on politics at all? Like, are you up on this Doge thing that's going on?
Yes.
What do you think about it? I mean, first of all, it's crazy to me just because the first time, I don't know what it was called, where Elon was standing there while Trump was sitting in his office, and I think Elon's kid was even on his shoulders.
Yeah.
You remember that little?
Yeah, I think so.
Where he was kind of initially breaking down.
Yeah.
I want to say it was even with the first pushback of him kind of going, look, I'm not in this to make money or
Right.
take your money or
Right.
anything. But he just started laying out some numbers and how easily they were finding things that weren't hidden.
Yeah.
And it's like,
It's almost like that Taken guy where he's like, I just have a particular set of skills.
that's it. That's exactly. No. Yeah. Hey, I happen to.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I just bought a $400 million company for $4 billion and I knew it wasn't worth it. And I made it work.
Yeah.
This is what I do. I don't need your.
Yeah.
And then I went to Mars.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
No, but I don't. You can't have all this stealing and no one's in trouble, though. They're uncovering billions of dollars
it would
of
seem
stealing.
that way, wouldn't it? Yeah.
You know, I think that's
It would
where I'm
seem that
going.
way.
All right, well, you guys sure we're trying to put Trump in jail for a bunch of stuff that you made up for 4 years? What about now?
Yeah. So my political belief has always been what the Bible says, and that's the king's heart is in God's hand. The king's heart is in God's hand. So whoever is in power, he only got there because God put him there.
Okay.
God allowed it to happen. He's sovereign over all of it, and he allowed it to happen. Whether it's my guy or not my guy.
Is it your guy? Out of the
two? Yes.
Yeah, what
Yes.
at this point?
Yeah, but I was severely disappointed. Like, this is the best we got. We're the best nation in the country, in the world, and this is the best we got.
It's been like that for a minute.
Yeah. So I'm choosing a guy because his beliefs line up more with mine than what the other line. You don't have to like him.
No.
To vote for him, right?
I think that's why he won.
Yeah.
No, I think literally even people who go, I hate Trump, they're like, oh, wait, you're not going to give up.
Yeah.
We're not, you don't have anyone in our corner that's going to come out swinging. It's like, oh, hey, I got to interrupt this episode just for a few minutes to tell you about the sponsors of the show. If you're looking for healthy, delicious meals delivered right to your door, Factor's got you covered. A lot of us who have unhealthy eating habits is simply because we're going nonstop throughout the day. And when the evening comes, we're about ready to crash after we shower, not to spend 45 minutes in the kitchen. Well, Factor specializes in customizable, affordable meals that fit your lifestyle. Whether you're trying to eat healthier or simply don't have time to spend in the kitchen and are tired of spending your time in a drive-through line, Factor's got you. With a wide variety of chef-prepared meals, you can enjoy nutritious options that save you time and keep you fueled throughout your day. When you get online to set up your plan, you can specify what you like and don't like, where you're going for, whether it's gluten-free, high protein, low carb, low calorie, or if you're not a picky eater and just want that palate to be surprised, they have Chef's Choice, where chef picks it and they deliver it. They're quality meals, professionally made, packaged, and delivered. I know a lot of you think there's no way a meal that's made some days ago can be any good. You're in for a rude awakening here. They have you covered. You're going to thank me for trying this. And when you do try it, you can get an incredible deal. Use code BB50 for a limited time. You'll receive 50% off your first order. BB50. And you'll get 20% off all future orders, but you have to act on that 50% first. It's a perfect way they're making healthy eating easy and convenient. So head over to factor75.com and start your journey to healthier meals today. Don't forget to use that code BB50 to unlock your discount. Your backyard should be more than just a patch of grass. It should be a destination. At Family Home and Patio, they bring the best of relaxation and fun straight to your home. Immerse yourself in luxury with their top quality hot tubs built for comfort and crafted right here in the U.S. Take a plunge with a brand new pool, whether it's elegant in-ground escape or a convenient above-ground favorite. They install them all. Keep it sparkling with their full line of pool and spa supplies, and trust their expert technicians to keep your water clean and clear and your equipment running smoothly. As a family-owned business, they believe in quality care and craftsmanship, and because your backyard deserves the best. Upgrade your outdoor space with Family Home and Patio, your trusted source for everything pools and spas. Call 217-877-2808. Visit them online at familyhomeandpatio.com, or if you're in Decatur, Illinois, come on through and pay them a visit and see how they can make your dream oasis a reality. Let me introduce you to a game changer in the world of content creation, Opus Clips. Imagine a powerful app that transforms your longer videos into engaging bite-sized reels that not only capture attention, but also promote your brand, your business, or even you. Most of you have seen the Beyond Business reels of past guests or even me while you're scrolling through. I'd love to be the one taking credit for the hard work of clipping, editing, posting, all that multiple times per week. I don't do it. I drag it, drop it. Opus Clips does it all. You don't have to be a video editing whiz to create stunning clips that resonate with your audience, and you don't have to try to learn how to become a video editor. This intuitive app does all the heavy lifting for you, automatically crafting highlights that shine perfect for social media, marketing campaigns, or simply sharing your creative genius with the world. If you're ready to elevate your content game, scan the QR code right here to unlock the full potential of Opus Clips. Let your creativity flow and watch your engagement soar. So what are you waiting for? Click that link and start creating captivating reels today. Your brand deserves to shine, and Opus Clips is here to help you do just that. Aerial Elite Solutions is a drone service provider specializing in providing high-quality aerial imagery and data collection for a variety of industries. Whether you need stunning photos to showcase a property, detailed site survey for a construction project, detailed inspections using IR, or captivating footage for your events, Aerial Elite Solutions has expertise in cutting-edge technology to deliver exceptional results. With FlyAES.com or contact them at 330-7226 to learn how you can transform your business with their service. With nearly 100 years of experience in lightning protection system design and installation, Midwest Lightning Rods are the trusted experts in keeping your property safe from the dangers of lightning strikes. Midwest Lightning Rods specializes in creating customized solutions tailored to your specific needs, ensuring your home is a safe haven during the storms. Don't leave your safety to chance. Reach out to Midwest Lightning Rods today and give yourself the peace of mind this storm season. Visit lightningstrikes-weprotect.com for more information. Now, let's get back at it. Kid was even on his shoulders.
Yeah.
You remember that little?
Yeah, I think so.
Where he was kind of initially breaking down.
Yeah.
I want to say it was even with the first pushback of him kind of going, look, I'm not in this to make money or take your money or anything. But he just started laying out some numbers and how easily they were finding things that weren't hidden.
Yeah.
And it's like,
it's almost like that Taken guy where he's like, I just have a particular set of skills.
That's it. That's exactly. No. Yeah. Hey, I happen to. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I just bought a $400 million company for $4 billion and I knew it wasn't worth it. And I made it work. Yeah. This is what I do. I don't need your. And then I went to Mars.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
No, but I don't. You can't have all this stealing and no one's in trouble, though. They're uncovering billions of dollars of stealing.
It would seem that way, wouldn't it? Yeah.
You know, I think that's where I'm going. All right, well, you guys sure we're trying to put Trump in jail for a bunch of stuff that you made up for 4 years? What about now?
Yeah. So my political belief has always been what the Bible says, and that's the king's heart is in God's hand. The king's heart is in God's hand. So whoever is in power, he only got there because God put him there.
Okay.
God allowed it to happen. He's sovereign over all of it, and he allowed it to happen. Whether it's my guy or not my guy.
Is it your guy? Out of the
two? Yes.
Yeah, what?
Yeah.
At this point.
Yeah, but I was severely disappointed. Like, this is the best we got. We're the best nation in the country, in the world, and this is the best we got.
It's been like that for a minute.
Yeah. So I'm choosing a guy because his his beliefs line up more with mine than what the other line. You don't have to like him.
No.
To vote for him, right?
I think that's why he won.
Yeah.
No, I think literally even people who go, I hate Trump, they're like, oh, wait, you're not going to give up.
Yeah.
We're not, you don't have anyone in our corner that's going to come out swinging. It's like, oh, he's a little bit too, all right, you'll work.
Yeah.
And it's like, wait, what?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
I think the biggest mistake, if there was a big plan on, like, I do think that these illegal immigrants were getting pressed in because if they would have won this election, if Democrats would have been in office right now, then pretty much from here on out, they would have controlled. It would have, the Democratic that would have been the deciding factor moving forward every election.
I remember going to bed the night of the election thinking they're going to win, but God's still in control because they already had everything set up to kind of do that.
Right.
But it didn't happen.
Right. Right. Yeah, exactly. It was.
I agree.
Well, then it goes, I wonder how long Trump and Elon have been sitting back going, man, if they would have just put me in office, they wouldn't have to deal with what they're about to have. Because if I win, you know what I mean? They didn't just stumble across this idea the day Trump got elected.
Right.
Oh, they went in and went to work.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's almost like they knew where to look. Too,
right? What's crazy is I think that's it. Is Trump's like, hey, wait, what can I do?
Yeah.
Can I just bring a random person in? And they're like, yeah, every politician's a random person. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just happens to be no qualifications.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And the fact that Elon used to be over there and now he's, it's just like.
Dude, Trump was. Yeah. I remember, you know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, when The Apprentice came out, even in those days, he was a Democrat for sure. But I think there comes a point in time where it's like, wait a minute,
that's too crazy.
They're like, oh yeah, he just cares about the rich people. Yeah, he happens to be rich, and he has a whole train of rich Trumps coming behind him. Yeah. I think it's okay if he wants to make sure things are in order.
Yeah.
It's like I don't understand. Yeah. Well, I know one thing. If you continually go in debt, whether you're a country or a person, then you have to contact and work with someone whose job is to get the money in order. And in our situation, it was you do need a businessman. Now, they could have had one on the other side, probably. Yeah. There's a ton of people on the other side to choose from that they could have put there. But
there's intelligent people.
Oh yeah,
for sure, all over.
So, do you believe that? Do you follow you Joe Rogan guy at all or anything like that?
I've watched a couple episodes. I'm not. So I don't subscribe.
Right. No. Okay. So, are you aware that one of Trump's strategies this time around was he went on all the heavy hitter podcasts to where they didn't?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which.
Yeah.
Kind of a great, great move. Yeah.
Well, he's savvy. I mean, he's made a lot of money,
and
you don't do that.
He's not. That's it. Though a lot of people shy away from spotlights, shy away from uncomfortable questions, and it's like, this era was built for him. There was a time where he probably paid the paparazzi to be where he was at. You know what I mean? He's not fazed by cameras or questions.
Yeah.
There was a comedian that said that. He's like, you ever notice if there'll be someone that says something to Trump, even in a debate, and he'll go off the rail and be like, your wife is ugly. And we're going to just go, I'm just mean too. Yeah. So you want to argue?
Yeah. Right.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
But,
yeah, are we in junior high again all of a sudden?
He is 100% effective.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I meant to whoever he flusters.
Yeah,
can you imagine being the guy talking to him?
Yeah,
every time you try to say something, he gets louder. And you're like, come on, bro.
And he's the king of the one-liners.
Oh
too.
yeah,
that thing with Hillary where he's like, I would hate to have you in charge of the police, and he'd because you'd be in jail.
Yeah, exactly.
Mic drop.
Yeah. Yeah, he does have some good ones though.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what. Yeah, I think that's just that's what the country is now going to be set. Everything sets the stage for what comes next. So it's like it's going to be really interesting to see the next two people are battling for this. I agree.
I agree.
Yeah. Because there's not, and this is fairly new too. Or maybe I didn't pay attention when I was, I don't know, even in my 20s or 30s, but it's like politics and like who you like for president. There's like fighting words now.
Oh yeah.
It used to be like
it's so polarized.
Yeah, it used to go, oh, they want, okay, well, then what do we do for our president that's this now?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So I do watch a lot of Charlie Kirk, and that's what he's big on. And he's like, we can't even have a discussion.
Yeah.
We can't even just talk about this.
Like debate is not an argument. Debate is a productive word. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Big companies get group of people together to argue to discuss ideas.
Yeah.
And disagree.
Yeah.
And now it is.
And let's put it all together and make one really good one.
Right.
Because I don't have all the right answers.
You would think.
I don't have all the right ansers. And anybody who says they do have all the right ansers, I'd be like,
that is not the one with the right answers.
You're blowing smoke somewhere.
Yeah.
No,
I agree with that. I think, but I do. I look at Trump as a rich dude who is like, I got a bunch of rich kids and grandkids that, that's what I'm about.
I look at him like my high school football coach.
He told you
our
that
high school
there was
football
no room
coach.
for you?
No, he told me that, which is part of the story because he was a fantastic football coach. He won the Apollo Conference every year. No, hands down. It wasn't if we were going to win. It's just he was a fantastic football coach.
Okay.
But as far as a human being went,
he missed it.
Yeah. He was a little rough around the edges.
Could marry his football team.
Yeah. Right. So, you don't have to be this fantastic human being in order to be a good president.
Right.
And I'll put that there.
No. Yeah.
I don't have to agree with him, but I felt he was the best of the options.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and I think he's proven it. And I think that's it. It comes to a point where you go, hey, wait, no matter who they're just randomly finding billions. Billions, dude?
Yeah. I don't even know what that looks like.
That's what I'm saying. I had Caleb jump in here, and whenever I said it was like it was a $2 trillion debt, and it had went from 1 to 2 over the last 18 months, and he's like, I work with money, and trillion's not a number.
Yeah,
that's just a thing.
Yeah, I sell $12 cleats. I don't have any idea what a trillion is.
Yeah, what? How, and if so, and you were $1 trillion in debt, how did you get twice?
Did you learn the first one?
A year later, it's like, hey, I heard you were in some trouble last year. How'd that go? Man, I doubled. What? Did you put it on black?
Stop going to the track.
Yeah, no shit. Did you put our money on red or black?
Yeah.
Kidding me? No, I put it on green.
Yeah.
There's one green.
One green. Yeah. Turns out that was felt on
yeah.
that.
Yeah. Golly. It
does make you wonder how they got where they are.
Well, so that's it. Is I think when the government, which my only reason, of course, I just enjoy kind of I don't get mad about any of it. It's half entertainment. But the part that's not entertainment, I'm a small business owner. I actually get affected by these choices. I would like to be like, it's just a show.
Yeah, right.
But it isn't.
Change the channel.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I think it draws it down, takes a little bit more off of the presidency. But yeah, the state we're in, it's like, man, I like Chicago. I like the city. I like to go visit it. I like the town. It's not, but it needs to not. Like what happens there, it shouldn't affect. It can't affect. It doesn't make sense. There, it's designed for that massive population and the cost of living being up and all that. It's like, come on, you go 30 miles away in any direction from the edge of Cook County, and it's a whole different. Yeah. A lot of mom and pops. There's diners. There's to where you're killing. Yeah, that's where it doesn't. I mean, I do get that you have to make the rules for the biggest population. However, there's a whole lot of acreage that's the rest of this state. Hell, downstate is northwest to south of Chicago.
Yeah.
You know, like,
I had a rep come to my store one time that she did a great job showing me her stuff, and she said, I was interested, and then she said, you know, I have never been this far south before. And she was from Chicago, so she came to Decatur.
Yeah.
She's like, I've never been this far south in Illinois. And I'm looking at it, and I'm like,
you know, you're in the middle.
You can drive 5 more hours and still be in Illinois.
Yeah.
Right? And it was just like no concept of,
No.
of, you know, it's all just Chicago to them.
Right.
And there's nothing else.
And when you go up there, it makes sense. But to me, it doesn't feel like Illinois or not the same Illinois I live in.
No.
You know, it's like our not big cities, but Springfield, Peoria, Bloomington, those are good size.
Yeah.
But.
Or even St. Louis, you know, it's.
Right.
It's a good sized city, but you can get out of there.
Indy's the same way. I like that.
Yeah. Indy was fun. I loved Indianapolis. It was a great place.
Yeah. That's where I got family that live over there now that they're, but St. Louis, same way to where you actually can you can park and go do your thing in St. Louis, Chicago. There's 8 sections.
You can't even find a bathroom.
No, hell no. And if you want to park to piss, you're going to pay $60.
That's right.
That's designed, right? I remember the last time I got tricked up there. It was the Priceline deal I got on a hotel was insane. Yeah. And I got there and it's like one of the parking garages nearby was shut down and like they internally had this plan.
Oh, wow.
So when you walk in, it tells you that the only way to park, basically, unless you just fucking carried a parking spot with you, I don't know.
Circle the building.
It was to stay at this hotel was valet, and the valet was $160. And I was like, I'm here for 3 what?
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, we know you thought you were staying for 3 nights for $600.
Gotcha.
It's going to be $1,200, right? Or whatever. It was like, you guys you planned this, huh? Okay, fair enough. Yeah, that's rough there. I couldn't imagine. When you lived in Indy, did you live in the city or did you live like in Carmel or Avon outside?
I didn't leave. I lived outside the loop.
Oh,
but I didn't live. Well, no, I didn't. 86th Street. So I was inside the loop, but just on that north corner.
Okay. So you were in Indy.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. That's a cool place. I went over there for the Indy 500 a couple years ago.
Oh, yeah.
That was fun.
I used to go to, they called it Carburation Day.
That's what I went to, and we didn't so much. My sister kind of pooped out on us because Carburation Day, there was some heavy partying going on as like, I wasn't expecting. Yeah, we went with a group of people. I didn't know. It was like, they're from Indy. Yeah. So they had a big, yeah. To where it was over there. We were like placing bets within each other.
Oh, wow.
Like they had a thing. Yeah, I can't even tell you exactly how it went, but I know it was like one of those.
Can't remember it, no?
Yeah, right. It went all day, and by like noon, I'm like, my sister left, and I said, "Where'd she go?" At 6 o'clock, we make our way to the car. She's been asleep in the car all day. Like she gave, because we got there early. It was like 7 or 8 in the morning, and their deal was, you bring a cooler that you can fit under your seat. Yeah. So it was 8,000 little coolers running around there full of, but it was a neat time. And then, because on race day or on carb day night, there was a big name, maybe like Zach Brown Band or someone like that. Someone pretty big came and performed. I didn't realize how big that track was.
Yeah, right.
I had never been, I'm not really a race guy, but that is not just for racers.
No.
That is entertainment.
Dude. Yeah. That's a social activity.
For sure. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You go inside that track, it's a carnival. Yeah. It's like, there's a race? Yeah. Well, and let's be honest, even if you do want to see the race, they're going 200.
Right.
You can't. Yep. That was cool.
Yeah.
Yep. They'll be back.
I had no idea.
They'll be back. Yeah. No, that was amazing. So,
cool.
You have 2 boys that work for you currently,
Yep.
and
One full time and one part time. No.
one of them's the manager of the. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
One,
Well, he started out as managing the store, but when we moved to our new spot, our uniform business exploded.
what made that happen?
I think we brought it out in public. We brought
Exposed it a little more.
Yeah, because we don't really advertise it.
Right.
I don't do a lot of advertising in general.
Just because.
Just word of mouth, and it's difficult to quantify. To me, on my side, it's difficult to quantify if you're getting the money out of that advertising. It's hard to say how many of those dollars
Right.
did that advertising bring in, and how many of it was coming in anyway.
Right.
So that's hard. But anyway, we brought it up there, and part of the deal with this new store is we had this whole area that used to be where they would do the custom sofas and stuff like that. And there's a big sign up there that's says Design Center. Came with a store.
Right. So
taking you back to, God's plan. It's just like this store was built. It was built for me. Yeah. It's just, and there's so many stories about that.
So when you went and checked it out, what made you, was the reason, did you grow out of the store you were at, or on your landlord suck, or just opportunity knocked with this store?
A little of both of that. The roof's leaking, and you're like, hey, you guys
gotta take care of it.
You guys gonna fix the roof? Yeah, we'll get around to it. I'll put another bucket under. Okay.
Yeah.
So the rent kept going up. We were going out of that facility. And my son at that point, he was working with me, and we kind of talked about having batting cages,
some visions
and stuff.
for
Yeah,
stuff.
we had a few things. We're like, man, if we could do this, if we could do that, and that store every box just
right
got checked.
Yeah. Until I walked, of course, I usually can visualize stuff, but if I've already seen a store as something, it's hard for me to unsee it. But when I walked in and saw how you guys have that set up, I'm like, oh, man, this is perfect.
I am,
dude, it's massive.
Yeah. I'm not a visionary either, but I just pray, open some doors, make it obvious. And this, it was just and the whole, where our batting cages are, the guy before me, Mr. Drexel, he had partitioned that off for lazy boys 15 years ago.
It's perfect.
And it was
legit
perfect size for 2 batting cages.
And the hit-away center. Yes, exactly the right size. I would have thought you built that.
No.
You're like, yeah?
Yeah, it was all there. And I was just like, I got to be an idiot to not see this.
Right. Right. So was the batting cages a good move? I like them, but I didn't know how much.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I think it's got to be kind of interesting as a parent who buys sporting equipment.
Mm-hmm.
I can only imagine the people that come in and know what their stuff they're bringing. Are there certain people who come in there with, my goal is to come in here and make some money. You're the pawn shop for sports equipment.
Absolutely.
Oh,
absolutely. There are people that are like that, but they are a teeny tiny little fraction.
Okay.
Not enough to worry about.
Oh, okay. I can only imagine. It's probably so interesting.
Oh, just happened. Yeah.
You're I get it. Week. That glove is probably your uncle was probably awesome, but
yeah. Or I sometimes it's just did you expect that bat to appreciate? Did you expect it to get more valuable?
Yeah. Because I know they tricked you into paying $350. Yeah.
Because we're talking about numbers that don't make sense.
Right.
And they.
So what ends up happening? Do people end up folding, or do they end up walking out of there and you're going, you're not going to sell that on Facebook?
They end up walking out, right. and
because you insulted them.
Not on purpose.
How dare you?
Yeah, not on purpose. But some of them, I insulted them. Some of them, I feel like they came in looking for a fight.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Yeah, I'm in the business to buy that from you and sell it.
Mm-hmm. Right. And I've had people tell me before, because they think it's like this barter system. They're like,
for sure,
you give me yours, and because you watch a show and it's all, well, let's start here and we'll meet in the middle. And that's not the way I work. I want to try and give you the best deal I can every day.
Right.
So I'm not I'm not trying to take anything from anybody. I'm trying to give the best deal I can to everybody. So when somebody can bring something in, I have an idea of what I can get, what I can sell it for, and I work backwards from there, and that's what I offer them.
You know, just by looking?
Well, no, sometimes I have to do some research, YouTube.
You have a million different kinds,
Right.
everything,
Right.
every kind of sport.
All kinds of stuff. So sometimes, you have to eBay it.
Right.
Or whatever.
Right.
Yeah. But I have an idea of what I think it's worth, and then I work backwards from there. And they think that I'm lowballing them, and then they're going to work up. And they're like, man, you're a tough negotiator.
And you're like, yeah, this
And
isn't
I'm
really
like,
a negotiation.
Yeah. That's where you're mistaken. This isn't a negotiation.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you what I can give you.
Give you $50 or $50 off that bat you're trying to buy.
Yeah.
I don't care how you do it.
I mean,
I'll give
$50.
Right?
I'll give them more if they want to buy the bat.
Right.
So cash is one thing, but if you want to leave it in the store, I'll give you more for
Right.
it. Definitely.
Right.
But if all you want's cash and you're going to walk out of here and not even look around,
right, you just brought
This
it
is
here
it.
because you were.
Yeah.
I'm the guy who.
because I'm the pawn shop now,
Right.
this is the price. So
Yeah.
it's been fun. Been a good ride.
Oh, it's a cool. Yeah. It's an awesome business.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a great idea, man.
It was.
Do you guys sell online at all?
No,
Nothing.
nothing.
Okay.
No. And now that
I'm
makes me
surprised one of your kids hasn't tried
that
to.
makes me the black sheep of the franchise.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. I'm deemed non.
You don't do it on
non-compliant.
purpose?
I don't do it on purpose.
You're just like, I just don't want anything to do with that.
Partly, yeah. And I'll start this the same way I started when I explained it to my corporate people. I might be totally missing the boat. I might be way wrong. But when I was growing up, and this is how I explain it, Dippin' Dots was the ice cream of the future.
Yep.
It's going to go that way. This is what everybody's going to. Now they're just Dippin' Dots.
They got to get the cooler at Casey's.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So, for how many years now have we been saying it's all going to be online? It's all going to brick and mortar stores are going to be gone.
Oh, you're like, well, no, I see.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's going to.
No.
In fact, most of the play-it-agains that do online sales, at best, break even.
Okay.
Because you have to pay somebody that has to take care of that, has to take the pictures, they have to put it online, they have to box it, ship it.
Yeah. I
don't want to work that hard.
I get it. Yeah. Well, no, and I guess the point is, yeah, if you're going, if we're going to sell, yeah, it's all, there's more steps to it than just.
And not only that, but then you're having somebody in Ohio cherry pick some quality used stuff that you've got in your store.
Right.
When there's local people here who
actually need it or want it. Yeah.
So why would I do that?
Right.
Because
I was going to say only to sell brand new, but you're going, I'm not going to beat the prices of everyone that's selling the same brand new items that I'm selling.
Right.
So,
yeah. Because a lot of times the manufacturer is like
Easton.com to order your Easton. You're not going to come to me.
Right.
Right.
But I mean, a lot of times the manufacturers have put in place, you can't sell it for less than this.
So
or you can't advertise it for less than this.
Right.
So
there's no.
Yeah. You could shop all day and save yourself $5.
Do you get quite a bit of traffic in there?
Yeah, that's one of the things that surprised me about moving up there was our customer count went up quite a bit just per day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem, I mean, I'm not out there that much, but it
Yeah.
does seem like there's always people there. And dude, online is cool, right?
Yeah.
But every season every season starts. I mean, them socks, belts. Oh my gosh, we need Yeah, I think last time I was in there, it was like, oh yeah, by the way, I need cleats through a text for a game that was at 4.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, I guess I'm going to go over here.
Yeah.
But no, I think it's cool. And dude, we have I even stockpile it. I probably need to come in there actually, but I don't get rid of stuff. It's just, you know what I mean? It's just, the kid grows out of, because I go, I just went through the phase of somehow like 13U and 14U and 15U. There's 3 separate bats specifically only. And they're $400.
$400.
$400.
Yeah. No.
You know what I mean? It is like, okay, yeah, I mean, dude, you hit like 290. You didn't break this bat. You didn't.
Yeah.
We had 40 games. You're fine. This bat's fine. But no. But I think that's it. I have told him this is when you know a kid is spoiled, right? Mm-hmm. Dude, this is yours. If you want to sell it, sell it. And it's like, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, just hang it back up there. And it's like, why do I need money, Dad? You're
footing the bill.
You're fine. You're fine. No, I think that's cool. So, do you have your sight set on if and when you will step back completely and let the boy run the show? Or are you like, nah, I'm involved?
Nah.
We're in.
I'm having too much fun.
Right, it's life.
I mean, yeah. I get to play catch with kids and,
This is true.
Yeah. I mean.
It's cool.
Yeah.
So your boy that works part-time, what's he do? What is he?
He works in the uniform section as well. So he's the guy that puts the stuff on the shirts.
Gotcha.
And then his other job is he's a musician. So, he's a Spotify guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Making songs and stuff?
Yeah, he writes all his own music. A lot of times he actually...
What does he like, play an instrument or sing or what's
What
he
I
do?
tell people is if you designed an instrument and built it and gave him half an hour, he'd figure out how to play it.
Oh, he's that guy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's...
Yeah.
Are you like that?
No.
Your wife like that?
No.
So you guys are just impressed.
Yeah. Yeah. He records multi-tracks, records the whole thing in his basement of his house. And yeah, he's called Marble Teeth, if you want to look him up.
Marble Teeth.
Mm-hmm. There you go, Caleb.
Marble Teeth. Here we go, man. Is it on Spotify, YouTube, or is it Spotify?
Spotify, Bandcamp.
And what kind of music is it?
It's kind of a grunge.
Like rockish?
Not really rockish, no. More of a folk.
Okay.
Like he tells a story.
Yeah.
And it may or may not have truth.
Right. It's just a story.
It's just a story.
Yeah.
He's got one called Glass Factory, and people are like, when did you work at a glass factory? And
he's like, what?
It's just a song.
Yeah.
I made it up.
Right. Yeah. That's funny.
So yeah, he's doing that, and he's actually in Colorado right now. He books his own tours, and
he's out there performing?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not a hobby.
That's why he's only part-time with me, because
he's like, when I make it big, Dad, I'm out.
We'll see.
I'll stop back through it.
Yeah.
So have you seen him perform?
Oh, yeah.
Oh
yeah. I go to his concerts.
Okay, when they're around?
Like a sore thumb, I'm in the back of the room.
Yeah. When it gets quiet, it's my boy. Got it, boy.
That's right. Yeah.
That's great.
Who's the old guy in the back?
Yeah, what's up with this dude? Yeah. What's up with the feds in the back?
Yeah.
You're like, nah, this is my dad. He's singing along. Yeah, he knows it. He knows it.
I do.
So is it Christian music?
No.
Are your sons? I asked that because you've brought up a few times enough for me to, and I already did know that your faith. You've had strong faith, and I think you even try to encourage I thought of your company as kind of being faith based. Play It Again was
absolutely. Well, my story is.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
again.
You're Play It Again to me, but not really, right? You're like, no, I'm not.
Yeah,
there's a bunch.
I tell my new hires that my business manual is my Bible. Okay. And if you want to know where I'm going, you open your Bible and you'll see where I'm going.
Right.
Because it's the same.
It's the same. Yeah.
So that's, that 100%.
You feel like you have the opportunity to witness to people there at all, or do you kind of keep it to yourself?
I have before, certainly.
I didn't know if that was like dangerous grounds.
No. In a sense, it's kind of funny. In a sense, I almost feel like a bartender.
Yeah.
Because it is amazing what somebody will share with you over a pair of blue socks. I've had moms crying at the register because this child was doing this, or the husband did that, or this, and I'm just like, I'm just cleaning the counter going, wow.
Yeah. But that's you too, though, man. You are really you're personable. I don't even think without drawing conversation. I've never walked in and got anything quick from your store. I like talking to you. I didn't know you.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Sometimes it is.
Yeah.
Sometimes all people need is for someone to listen, because
that's it.
I think a lot of people, even people that are married, they don't necessarily listen to each other or.
Yeah, that's true.
Or acknowledge.
So that's what we look at ourselves as, is we're problem solvers.
Yeah.
People come to our store and they have a problem.
Right.
And we want to fix it. Now, most of the time it's through sporting goods.
Sure.
That we fix their problem. But
sure.
Every once in a while.
A little life. We need a little life involvement.
Every once in a while, it's got nothing to do with sporting goods.
Yeah.
Or sometimes we have to tell them that's not what you need. You know?
Right.
Because I want to sell them what they need, not what they want.
Right.
And they're coming in going, he needs this.
Mm-hmm.
Not really. He doesn't really need that.
Right.
You'd be all right with this, you know.
Well, that's cool too. Not necessarily pushing. Well, I think that's it. Is you come across like, and your father-in-law come across like, you're not pushing big ticket. You're going, hey, what do you need?
Yeah.
What do you? Oh, if you want that, then by all means,
I'll be happy to take your $400.
Yeah. That's what you should start saying when people start buying a bat. Say, pull up Game Changer. Let's see what his batting average was last year. If it was, if his at bat, if he wasn't on base, then we're gonna just stick with.
So that's our goal. Is we don't want to sell. And I tell people this: we don't want to sell you sporting goods today. I want to sell you the rest of your sporting goods.
Right.
I'm not interested in what can you do for me today. I'm interested in let's start a relationship and see where we go.
Yeah.
And there's been a few guys who, had a cup of coffee in the majors who used to buy used cleats from me, and it's like, wow, that's cool.
Yeah, here's some cool stuff.
Yeah.
Well, and just to be involved in, there's a thing about, did your kids play sports?
Well, my daughter quit pretty early. She was a dancer.
Okay.
But the rest of them all played some kind of a sport.
Well, then even if you look back afterwards and go, I get all hyped up about this game. I'm going this evening. And it's like, come on, boy.
Yeah.
But you get to see people on that, whether it's that saving grace, mom to the rescue to get what, what I mean? To be a part of. That's huge, dude.
Yeah.
It's just a huge part of life.
And what I tell them consistently, is I say, enjoy it.
For sure.
Enjoy it. Because it's gone.
As much as some of these seasons drag out, it's all goes in a flash, dude.
Yeah. So some of the best experiences I've had with my kids have either been on a diamond or a court or preparing for a game or
for sure.
Yeah.
Car ride home after a good game. Oh man, those are the best.
Yeah. Or just letting them know that you don't have to make the NBA.
No, it's all fun, right?
Yeah. You do the best you can. You do the best of your ability, and I'm with you,
right?
100%.
I just think sports teaches so much, character wise. You know what I mean? When you're a little kid, it kind of just teaches you to do whatever you're doing, but eventually, it teaches teamwork.
Oh, yeah.
I know a lot of people who in our adult lives in the corporate world, even it's like, I don't only want you to have a college degree. I want you to have been a former college athlete.
You know
what I mean?
Sure.
I need you to know what it takes to have delayed gratification, to have some stick-to-itiveness.
To have to work for something.
Exactly. It's like when I got told that, it was almost like, that's freaking genius. It's like, you know how many people with degrees used to play college sports? There's a ton. And they don't even realize how valuable they are.
Yeah.
They just played ball.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you didn't. You played ball for years.
Yeah.
You sat the bench for 3.
No.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that takes some shit. Yeah.
And you had that one really bad game where you're like, I'm done.
Yeah.
And then you came back.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Wait, how much have you looked me up? No, it was all of us. It's not just your story, bro. Oh, that's cool. I just think the idea of, you treat the local company like you treat the community right. That's cool. Your reason for not selling online is great.
Yeah. I might be missing the boat. I
might
might be
be.
left behind.
We
someday.
might still be waiting on that ice cream to get better too, I guess. I still prefer just a scoop.
Yeah. Put my own toppings on.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, no kidding. So where do you guys live at? You live in the area you're at, or you live in Mount Zion area, or where do you live?
Just north of the airport.
Okay.
Yeah.
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 So you didn't buy that building you're in, right?
Yes, I did.
Oh, so that's the home.
That's it.
Yeah, how much bigger? I mean, golly, that's pretty big. Yeah, if you need bigger than that, you're getting the mall.
Right. Right.
You're going to have a go-kart.
I actually looked at Colonial Mall before I looked at this place, and I had a vision for Colonial Mall back before I moved, and
yeah.
I'm glad I didn't do that. That would have killed me.
That wouldn't have been a good move.
I don't know. I still think it would have worked. It just wouldn't have been good for me.
Yeah, you admit it. Yeah, I think you made the right move.
I want to own the business. I don't want it to own me.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're there, you guys open every day?
Not Sunday.
So are you there 6 days a week?
No, not every week.
How many people do you cut a check for?
I think I've got about 10 now.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I always think that's impressive to me always, whenever you're obviously everything has to go a certain direction for it to not to be stressful sometimes, but it's awesome to be able to be the one in charge of taking care of other people.
I don't know. Some days,
It's nice to see that door open.
You know, for the sports metaphor, some days it's good to be the coach, and some days it's nice just to be a player.
Yeah,
you know,
right. So, is there such thing as growth? Can you grow? Is there anything else you can offer, or have you? I mean, in my mind, you're doing way more than you were in the 90s.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's already went from just being a spot where.
Yeah. I think you can always find things that you can at least do better. Maybe it's not a lot of growth, but you can at least do it better.
Okay.
Whatever that is.
But yeah, that's a really nice store. Seems like you guys.
I appreciate that.
It's just amazing to see from back in the day. It was like, I don't want to. This isn't dogging it, but it's like, it seemed like mainly secondhand stuff.
It was,
which it was built for that.
Yeah.
But then now, dude, you guys
corporately, we're supposed to be half and half.
Or I guess maybe just now some of the secondhand stuff sure does look nice. Oh, you guys bought that weight bench and used it once, okay? Yeah.
Some of it is that. Some of it is that we.
But I get I've bought out of box stuff from you guys several times.
Oh, yeah.
So you guys, obviously.
Yeah.
And what's your reason for that? Because
like new stuff? You
mean?
Because who else is there around?
Oh, yeah. Good call.
Yeah.
There's not even is there?
So that's been part of the process as we've watched.
Oh, you're the only one.
Illini Sports. We've watched MC Sports. We've watched Blacks. Back when I was a kid, it was Blacks.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I still have my glove I got from Blacks.
I had a catcher's mitt I got from K's Merchandise.
Yeah. There you go. They're gone. Yeah. So all these other places have come and gone, and
oh yeah. And I guess I didn't even think about that. Yeah. It only makes sense. Yeah.
So we're close to 80%, 75, 80% new.
That's what I was going to say. The shift in that is what is that's huge.
Yeah.
Is obviously people are coming in looking for new more. I mean, do you actually have people coming in going, man, I'm just trying not to spend, my kid's playing hockey, I'm trying not to spend $5,000 on equipment. And it's like,
from all over Central Illinois, they'll call and be like, hey,
suit me up.
What am I looking at? I've heard about your store. I got to drive an hour to get there. Tell me about what you do. And I'm like, well, we've got the new stuff. We've got the brand new A2000 if you want it, or I've got this other glove,
right.
$14.99.
Right.
Little Billy can catch just fine with it.
Where you at?
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Yeah. So it's an amazing concept. I wish I would have come up with it, because it's like when economy gets tight, like, people are like, oh,
you're like, I got you.
Yeah. Then our used picks up. And when everybody's flush, used
yeah.
new goes crazy, and used
Right.
almost goes away. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's kind of cool to be able to it's a spot where you can come in and you get your kid your glove, and you're like, man, my glove's kind of shitty. Let me get let me just get a glove and get him the good one.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just cool to have a few gloves in the truck or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
well, I just would think, because I would think the used equipment would be so much of it, because when we were younger, no one had their own stuff.
Yeah.
Like the coach showed up
with a bag full
huge
of stuff.
army bag full of helmets and catcher's equipment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now,
I
I don't even think if you don't show up with all your stuff, you're just not playing. You're expected.
That's it. Yeah.
But so you would think that.
It's there, but like anything else, unfortunately, society has become a disposable society. So if your whatever quits working, you just throw it away and you go buy a new one.
Right.
Nobody fixes anything anymore.
Yeah, you're right.
That's part of it.
I have met kids who. I met a kid who last season at one of our tournaments, who his mom was legitimately going to throw his glove away because his pocket tore out, and I was like, that's not expensive even. Like it's really, and it's like because she was saying how much the glove cost, and I'm like, that's not done, and it's, no. I can't get a string in there. It's like, oh man, dude. Come on. But good point. She's going, the glove broke. Yep, I need another 180. Mm-hmm. What?
Yeah.
No, I think you need like $20. Yeah. Right?
Give me $20 in 15 minutes.
Yeah. You're like, matter of fact, it's going to be better than that new hard glove.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Right. Yeah.
So I got my son one of those a year or so ago, one of them gloves you order. And you pick out the texture, the color, then you put his name on it. And we got it. Dude, it was like
a brick.
I mean, I ended up, because it wasn't cheap, obviously. It was one of them, I ordered it for him for Christmas.
Yeah.
And right after Halloween, I ordered it for him for Christmas. And it showed up in like the end of February. Like it was like a big Christmas present.
Yeah.
So I had to figure something else out for that. And then it was like, well, I guess this is your birthday present in March. Well, I'm pumped because it shows up and I'm like, oh, cool. The season's about to start. Oh,
no,
not a chance.
Yeah.
So it took me finally like 6 months. I finally go, I don't even care. I'm going to do it how I know. And I sunk it in a bucket of water and just let it sit there, then sit on the deck in the sun, and did that a couple times and just destroy it.
Yeah.
And then I actually brought it into your place, had the webs, and it's perfect. It was perfect.
Awesome.
Yeah, and it was like anyone that asked me was like, how do you break them in? I'm like, exactly what you should never do, actually.
Yeah. that is one way. I
mean,
know.
destroy it.
Yeah.
That's how you do it. All right.
That's funny because we actually just purchased this thing called a Mitt Master.
What do you do?
And it basically is a ball on a piston, and it just
beats the
snot out of the
really
glove. Yeah,
that's brilliant.
Yeah. And it is amazing how well it
does work.
It works. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you're not destroying the leather any. You're just kind of using it.
Right. See that? Yeah. That's that's what my bad plan was. I literally ruined.
Yeah.
Like it's.
Yeah.
The holes.
But it worked.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. I was just like, we're getting some use out of this thing at this point. Yeah. Oh no, that's a cool. So
it's pretty cool.
They do that thing over at Shields where they're like steam it. I never did nothing for me. I could steam it. Anywhere.
Yeah.
But that sounds cool. I'm picturing like one of the massagers, but heavy duty.
Yeah, with a baseball on the end of it instead of. Yeah.
And what do you do? Just put it on the ground? And
it looks like it's a drill press looking kind of thing. It just like that. Yeah.
So what? When you sell a new glove, is it like you want it?
Yeah.
You want to break it in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because even an inexpensive glove, some of those little kids, they're just like, I can't squeeze it.
Yeah. Oh, you little kids got
Yeah.
weak hands.
Yeah. Give me a couple minutes.
I'll tell you
take it
what's
back there
cool.
and
Some of them, well, and I don't know, the quality might be crappier, but they started making some gloves with like them little slits in them in the right spots that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let you be able to squeeze
Yeah.
it. But
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like, why make kids have stronger hands?
Right.
Let's make it easier.
Let's make it easier.
Yeah, let's
for
make it
them.
easier to close.
And that's how we got where we are, right? Is because for generations
all this energy.
we've been trying to make it so easy on kids that
Yeah.
we're reaping the benefits of it.
Yeah, it's going to be scary. Looking ahead. So, what's your? This is something else I want your opinion on. Is what do you think about social? How old are your kids?
My oldest is 28, and then it goes 26, 24, 22.
Okay, yeah. So you had kids at home whenever everyone thought they had a phone, probably sooner than they needed one, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's your take on social media? You think it's awesome wave of the future? You think it's what do you think? Depends on the user.
I think that just like anything else, it has its positives and its negatives.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely, I mean, the thing is built to try and suck you in, right?
Right.
I mean, they admit it at this point. We're trying to keep you on as long as we can.
And they're getting better.
Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah.
But on the other hand, I got a video of my 8-month-old granddaughter crawling across the floor this morning too. So I'm like,
it's pretty cool. I can
that's
get
pretty
that.
cool.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. No, yeah, you're right. And it's a wave we have to ride, of course.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think it's making like parents are having to make an effort to I mean, when you get 17, 16, 17, 18, go away to college, whatever, you can actually be that age and have never really talked to people. That's weird. Or not, I don't even know if it's weird. It's going to be weird
Yeah.
when you all get together.
No, it's weird.
You know what I mean?
It is. Yeah. So when I was a kid, and I'm kind of going off the cuff here. When I was a kid in the church, we called it legalism. Anything that was bad, dances.
Yeah.
If there was anything bad that could happen, then it was like, no,
Like
alcohol,
Footloose.
alcohol, no, no, don't even touch the stuff. You name it, couldn't go to movies, that, bad, bad, bad. So that's what I saw growing up as a kid, was that this whole, if there's anything that could be bad,
Right.
get away from it. Right?
Okay.
So,
Which that's a little heavy, right?
that was a lot heavy.
Okay, that's what I'm
messed
thinking.
me up pretty bad.
Okay,
as a matter of
that's
fact,
extreme.
Yeah,
Yeah.
messed me up pretty bad.
Okay.
So I realized, it's what's in control that's the problem. So what I tell my kids with alcohol, for instance, is you are the one in control. If that thing starts to control you,
It's a problem.
then you need to get rid of it.
Right.
Whatever it is. So if that phone is controlling you and you find yourself
Can't stop.
you can't stop, it's time to put it away. It's time to put it away. And you pick your poison, it's not you can apply that to, it's not guns that kill people, right?
Yeah.
It's people.
Right. It's all around.
Yeah. People die in cars. Should we get rid of cars?
Right.
No, can't
Right.
do that. So for me, if it starts to control you, you need to do something about it.
I have to, and I've said this before on here, but I'm a person who I know that I am highly distracted by. A lot of my time, it's work-wise, need to be in a certain place, will get distracted or overstimulated. You know what I mean? To where I will make.
I'm that. My wife was like, "What are you watching? That stupid thing."
Exactly.
I can't
Dude,
stop.
I can't. Hold on. I think there's I don't even know there's a part 2. A commercial. This is crazy. Yeah. So I have tried to do a thing even lately to where it's like I will put my phone on silent, even I'm driving from here to Bloomington or whatever for work. It's like I'm going to just think thoughts. I'm not going to listen to the radio. Like I have to make myself.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's amazing what you hear.
Let me make myself just.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
It's amazing what you hear.
Let me see what else is going on out here.
Yeah.
But there's a whole lot of good come from it. There's people that do great things.
Absolutely.
I mean, there's ways to get distracted in a wonderful way too. I mean, there's a lady I met with who I think she's going to start maybe using this space, who I met with her the other day because she's just like wanting to get some insight on doing podcasting and whatnot. And she's like, she don't want to be described as this, but like self-help type, woman empowering women that have been through bad situations type, very heavily, or she's a Christian, big time Christian. And it was just one of them to where I'm talking to her and it's like, this is possibly social media doing something good. You know what I mean? Your plan is way better than mine. I'm just talking. Right. I'm just like, let's get to know these people. But you have a mission. I feel like I'm not capable of that.
Yeah.
But,
sure you do. You have a mission.
We all might have one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, no, I think it's awesome what you're doing. And it's got to be cool. Is working with your kids a weird dynamic, bad dynamic at all, or has it always been good? Some people say you can't mix it. I worked for my dad and loved it.
I would not say that. My kids, my oldest son doesn't know anything different.
Right.
So, Nathan was ringing people up in the store when he was 13.
Right.
And people would be like, "What's with the kid?" And I'm like, "He grew up in here. This is what he knows.
I'm learning.
Yeah.
He's teaching me.
Yeah. This is what, and some days I'm the teacher and some days I'm the student, So for me, it's been.
So is it like when you say he does the uniform thing, are you to the point where you're now like, oh,
dude, people come in
person.
People come in and ask, and I'm like, let me send you back. My wife's back there, and Nate's back there, and and I'm just like, go back and talk to them.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I've washed my hands of it.
Don't even want to know. Don't even want to know.
I can't. There's not enough room between my ears.
Oh no, that's cool. But no advertising even for making uniforms.
No, word of mouth.
Maybe you do got the right business partner.
Yeah.
You said it a couple of times.
Well, it turns out that there was this really smart guy standing on a mountain and giving this big speech.
Yeah.
And he said, if you treat other people the way you want to be treated, that's the way it works. And that's what we try and do every day.
Is that what your press, even to your kids and everything, you and your wife has been all along, is just be the little kindness will get kindness back, and
absolutely
generosity gets generosity back.
Yeah, you reap what you sow. It's right in the Bible.
Call it karma, call it whatever you want.
I don't call it that.
If you're not, I've had people do it, and I go, "Is that what we're calling it? We're calling that karma?" Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
Turns out the guy that created everything has a really good idea how it works.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's powerful. Well, it's cool to see you. I think maybe you taking the time for the experience that you started with of when you maybe left your faith, but it sounds like maybe before you discovered your faith, because
could be.
Yeah, sounds like maybe you might have been force-fed some nonsense a little bit when you were young.
I've thought that, but I don't think if I wouldn't have been saved, I wouldn't have had that internal.
Oh, you recognize that Holy Ghost was in your.
I think so. I think that's what it was. Yeah.
You know
I don't think it couldn't have been all my parents, because they didn't call me every day and say,
"No, right.
Why didn't you go to work today?"
Right. Right. No, and that wasn't even a jab at them. Everyone has their version of the right way. Mm-hmm. And I hate to say it, but there's not a terrible stab to say, I think a good way would be the church.
Yeah.
Pretty solid idea. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
But then,
unfortunately, there's been a lot of, just like social media, there's been a lot of bad stuff that's gone on in the name of the church.
Oh, yeah.
Too, and
so
you got to sort through all that. And you don't throw any one thing out just because of one bad experience, right?
Right. I think the important thing about that the whole church or religion or God, that whole dynamic is you don't really have to research anywhere. You can kind of just go there and you can have a conversation. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're I guess, I don't know. People get tested and have bad things happen and question things for their own reasons.
But I think it has to come back to truth. And I think the Word of God is the ultimate truth, because that book also tells me that my heart is deceptive and desperately wicked. And son of a gun if that wasn't proved right.
Oh. And your take on it is you're like, no, that is me.
Yeah. 100%.
That wasn't just bad choices.
Yeah.
That was me without
me.
God.
Absolutely. 100%.
Interesting.
And I don't like him. And I don't want to be him ever again.
Has he ever popped back up?
That guy?
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
Oh.
Has yours ever popped back up?
I talk to mine.
I'm not friends with him, but I talk to him.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Mine gets cussed out.
Yeah, because it turns out we all have that sin nature. There's not a one of us that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is kind of cool to be able to, whether it's during or after, to be able to go, come on, dude.
Yeah.
Get it together. Yeah. Should I apologize to somebody? Right.
You know, I do that to anybody I knew when I was in college. When I see him again, I'm like, I'm sorry. I don't know
what that was.
So
do you have buddies from then, even from Indy after the?
I've won.
Okay.
Yeah.
That kind of knew that you had hard times and needed to get back right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got one.
Okay.
Yeah, one that's still. Yeah.
And what's he think? Is he a Christian man?
He is. He is now.
Yeah.
He different path.
Sure.
But it turns out when we meet back up again, we have a lot more in common than we ever thought we did. Now.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We share a spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't just share a bar tab.
No.
Right.
No. And actually, we never did. But we shared an apartment.
Right. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You shared some life there. Huh?
Yeah.
Well, no, that's cool.
Yeah.
I think no, it's just interesting. I like you being willing to come in here and talk about just everything. I think that's it, man. People, especially younger. I think the unwillingness or maybe embarrassment of having hard situations and bad times makes people bottle up, makes people not, even as far as, pronouncing their faith, it's almost like, I feel like we're finally in the day and age to where, man, I love whenever I hear people have, and they are blessings or some even miracles to where it is like, oh yeah, we're there.
Oh,
but for you to come and go, hey, yeah, I'm a business owner. I'm all that. I'm the guy out there. But life isn't all shit's happens. Shit has happened. It creates the man.
Continues to. Yeah,
right.
Absolutely.
Right.
And it's what we do with it. It's how we handle it that makes.
Well, and you've been consistently setting an example for some young men that apparently it's worked. It's rubbed off at least enough so far.
I hope it's been more good than
they
bad.
Haven't had to meet theirs. Or your boy's tour. He's got groupies right now in Vegas. He's out there. Yeah. I'll be back, Dad.
Yeah. That's true.
He's like, I don't know what he's doing, but
I don't, and part of me doesn't want to know.
You're like, but I know he's showing up at work because he made his schedule.
Yeah.
No. Well, I do. I appreciate you taking the time to come in and talk to me. I think Play It Again is awesome. I knew you didn't start it, but I thought that was maybe your pops, but no, it was your honorary pops.
Some lady named Martha in the Twin Cities actually came up with the idea.
Really?
Yeah, trying to sell a backpack. That's how Play It Again started. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Do you ever visit Play It Again sports when you're in other areas?
As often as I can.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And you go in and chat it up with them?
Yeah.
And tell them, yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You feel like you're.
Some days I'm the coach. Some days I'm the
There you go.
I'm the student. Yeah.
Any places Your store seems massive. Does it just seem like that because it
Until-
started not massive?
Up until 2 weeks ago, we were the world's largest Play It Again Sports. Now they're not all over the world, but sounds cool.
Yeah. Well, still, that makes them. Yeah.
Now some guy in Idaho that's got one that's just a little bit bigger than ours. So
Okay.
whatever.
Yeah.
And that's just square footage wise.
Right.
There's guys doing crazy numbers out of their stores. If you ever find yourself in Missouri, go to Springfield, Missouri. Number one dollar store is in Springfield, Missouri. Play It Again Sports. Yeah.
Well.
They've got a whole upper balcony that's dedicated solely to uniforms. Guys go on the road and travel, and oh my goodness.
Oh, they got it.
Oh yeah.
You don't want that, do you?
I don't want that.
You're like, I don't want that.
I wash my hands of what we got. I don't want that.
You're like, I was going to put a shipping container out back and have them do uniforms. If we grow.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I don't want that.
No. All right, dude. Well, I'll let you get out of here. I do appreciate you taking the time to come in and talk, man.
Absolutely.
And everybody definitely already knows about your business, and
I hope
probably
so.
most of them have been there. If you haven't, come on, man.
Yeah.
Don't be buying your gear for sports on Amazon when you can go right down the road here and get some good company and get a good product. And
Yeah.
you don't crack anyone. It isn't like you're marking everything up. So
No.
it's beautiful.
I'm bringing all that used stuff.
I do need to.
Yeah. Get you some golf clubs or something.
I will bring in. I actually will bring in some stuff. Now I'm going to bring it in without my son because he no longer.
Yeah.
It's not his no more.
He doesn't want it.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
And then I'll give him the money. Right?
No,
I'll put it
no,
towards the car he's going to get in a few months.
You bought it. You get it.
All right. Yeah, because I'm going to be buying another one.
Yeah.
So keep that money in store. I might actually do that.
There you go.
That's what I need to do. We got a wood bat league coming up.
Yeah.
You got wood bats?
Oh, yeah. There's a wood bat league in Decatur. Men's wood bat league in Decatur.
Baseball?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. That's just one of them things I said I could do. I don't know.
You didn't expect me to call you?
Oh, no. Yeah. Oh, my back. Oh, no.
Keep those cards closer to your
Yeah,
vest.
no doubt. No doubt, right? Yeah, you said you could swing, huh? Come here. Wait, what? Right. No.
Yep.
All right, dude.
All right.
Well, I'll let you get out of here. Thank you very much for joining me.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for joining me on Beyond Business. And for all your sporting apparel needs and uniforms, all that stuff, go out to Play It Again, man. Randy will cover you. Thanks. And until next time, be kind to each other. Thank you. Sweet, dude.
Welcome to Beyond Business, where stories come alive. With guests from every corner, we're ready to dive. New episode every 5 days, new voices to share. Laughs and insights, we're all in this affair. Beyond Business, come take a seat. Join the conversation, it's a journey that's sweet. Life lessons learned and laughter from the heart. With every episode, we're making a start.
Okay. So before you close this episode out, let me take one more second to shout out our sponsors one more again. Your backyard deserves the best. And at Family Home and Patio, they have it. In or above ground pools, premium brand hot tubs, all crafted right here in the U.S. And all your pool and spa installation, service, and supply needs. Family Home and Patio, where relaxation meets home. Give them a call at 217-877-2808 or visit them online at familyhomeandpatio.com. If you're in the D, stop in the showroom and discuss how they can make your dreams become reality. Aerial Elite Solutions specialize in providing high-quality aerial imagery and data collection for a variety of industries, including telecom, real estate, transmission and distribution, construction, agriculture, and more. Whether you need stunning photos to showcase a property, detailed site surveys for your construction projects, or captivating footage for your events, Aerial Elite Solutions has the expertise in cutting-edge technology to deliver exceptional results. If you're ready to take your business to new heights, literally, reach out to Aerial Elite Solutions today. Visit flyaes.com or give them a call at 217-330-7226 and see how they can help transform your projects with their services. Let me introduce you to a game changer in the world of content creation, Opus Clips. Imagine a powerful app that transforms your longer videos into engaging bite-sized reels that not only capture attention, but also promote your brand, your business, or even you. Well, you've seen the Beyond Business reels whenever you're going through of past guests or me. Well, I sure don't do it, and I wish I could take credit for it or had someone that did it, but I drag and drop a video. Opus Clips does everything. It creates the reels, it captions the reels, it cuts the reels, it posts the reels. With Opus Clips, you don't have to be a video editing whiz to create the stunning clips that resonate with your audience. This intuitive app does all the heavy lifting for you, automatically crafting highlights that shine perfect for social media, marketing campaigns, or simply sharing your creative genius with the world. So if you're ready to elevate your content game, scan the QR code right here to unlock the full potential of Opus Clips. Let your creativity flow and watch your engagement soar. What are you waiting on? Scan the link and start creating reels today. Your brand deserves to shine, and Opus Clips is here to help you do just that. If you're looking for delicious, healthy meals delivered right to your door, Factor's got you covered. A lot of us tend to eat unhealthy just because we don't have the time to plan ahead. Or when we get done with the day and it's finally time to eat on something, we don't have the time or energy to go prep a meal. The last thing we want to do is go get in a drive-through line because we know they don't serve nothing worthwhile that's healthy for your body out of there. So Factor's got you covered. They have a wide variety of chef-prepared meals. You can enjoy nutritious options that save you time and keep you fueled throughout your day. And when you get on to start your account here, you'll get 50% off, first of all, which is amazing, by using code BB50. But you'll get to walk through, and if the stuff you don't like, if you don't like fish or you don't like, strawberries or a red sauce, you can say it, and they'll handcraft your menu specifically for you. So yeah, what are your gluten-free, low carb, low calorie, high protein, whatever, dude, they got you. All hooked up, delivered, big portions, great flavor. Use code BB50 when you head over to factor75.com and start your journey to healthier meals. Get out of the pizza line at the gas station, get out of the drive-through line, and start getting yourself together by eating better. Fuel the machine properly. This is the easy and inexpensive way to do it. Get that discount. Head over to factor75.com. Use code BB50 at checkout. Midwest Lightning Rod specializes in creating customized solutions tailored to your specific needs, ensuring your home is safe haven during the storms. Their dedicated team understands the importance of safety and offers free estimates to help you decide the best protection for your property. Don't leave your safety to chance. Reach out to Midwest Lightning Rods today and give yourself peace of mind of knowing that you're well protected. Visit lightningstrikes-weprotect.com or give them a call 217-872-4676 to learn more about how you can become part of the community that has been protected by Midwest Lightning Rods. Thank you again, everybody, for taking the time to stay tuned in this long, for tuning in at all, for joining me for this ride. And thank you for the sponsors for supporting the podcast and helping us bring this content to these wonderful people. Hey, everybody, be kind to each other, and we shall catch you on the next one.
Welcome to Beyond Business, where stories come alive. With guests from every corner, we're ready to dive. New episode every 5 days, new voices to share. Laughs and insights, we're all in this affair. Beyond Business, come take a seat. Join the conversation, it's a journey that's sweet. Life lessons learned.